All right, today's video, we're gonna be diving into some random solo gameplay and just kind of, you know, critiquing their every single move, talking about strategy and rotations or lack thereof, because as most of you solo players know, most players, they don't give a shit about rotation. So hopefully this video will enlighten you on how to rotate in order to secure the win. Again, most players that play this game, they just try to chase down kills, which is cool, but once you get that high kill game, don't you want to finish it off with the W? And that's where the tactics and strategy of battle royales comes to play. All right, I'm gonna put my gun up, I'm gonna test its aim and accuracy, see what it is. If it kills me in the gulag, cool. If not, on to the next. Good thing we didn't die to him. That would have been a long game to spectate, boys. And again, I know that Warzone's been out for a while, but still we're spectating the same shit over and over and over. And as you guys prep for Vanguard and as we prep for the hopeful anti-cheat, hopefully you guys get back into the swing of things and want to go out there and win some more games. So right now, here we are spectating Jeffy Dahmer. All right. 120 people left, and he's only got $1,000. Now look, where to land? That's one of the main questions I get from a lot of people in the comment section and or my DMs is, where do I land if I want to get a good start? This is not the spot. We'll ignore what he's doing. But basically, when you land at a little compound like this of 4 little buildings, the chance of finding 10 grand or whatever the price is, depending on the mode for the loadout, is very slim to shit. You're gonna have to rotate and hit all these little bitty compounds, and it will take quite some time. You want to focus on landing an area like this where there's a lot more buildings clustered together as opposed to separated. Because again, when you land, you don't want to have a slow start like this. You don't want to be looting and looting and looting, and all you really have is a ground loot MP5 halfway through the game. And the next thing you know, a sweaty team that actually knows what to do, that actually tries to get their loot fast, they come and push your shit in. Now he is level 8. Now, granted, it's a new season, but just based off of his gameplay, I'm gonna go ahead and assume he's probably a level 8 skill-wise as well. Here we are, dude, just doing the infamous swapping weapons back and forth and ADSing. Now, he might know something we don't. Maybe there's a player over here. However, even if there's a player here, he's playing the whole thing wrong. You want to be moving quickly. You don't want to be out in the open that long, because if he is sitting around here, he's going to clap you. There he is coming in the right-hand side. We have no idea what the hell is happening, and let's talk about his aim right there real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video so we can discuss it. All right, in this gunfight here, we do see one thing that I really want to highlight because a lot of you guys suffer from it as well. His sensitivity is crazy right now, right? He has no idea what sensitivity settings he wants to use. So I'm guessing he's just using whatever he saw on YouTube, whatever his friends are using, or just the standard basic ones. But notice how his aim is just everywhere. He's overshooting the target, meaning he lacks precision with that sensitivity. Whether he changes his normal sense, whether he changes his ADS sensitivity, something needs to give. If y'all's gunfights are like that, you're getting in close range battle and you're just flinging it all over the place, make sure you adjust something. I cannot tell you what to adjust it to. Depends on the device you're using. It depends on your skill level. It depends on your reaction time. A lot of things go into play when it comes to sensitivity and ADS sensitivity. All these YouTubers, all these streamers saying, use this, it's the best. They're full of shit. Use what's best for you. Find out, go into a bot game and practice. It'll take 10 minutes to figure out what sensitivity you want to use. Just keep tweaking it, keep turning it down, and go out there and slay out. All right, here we are on to the next guy, and he's doing the same shit that the other player is doing. So I guess skill-based matchmaking is actually working. He sat in the building for a while, and I'm gonna cut it out. But sat in the building for a while, swapping weapons back and forth, back and forth. Again, the infamous swapping. Now, here we have another player driving around with the most wanted bounty on. I guess that could be a tactic to get the money. And that's a lot of people's mindset is I'm gonna drive around the most wanted bounty so I can get the money fast. And here we have 2 of them. Let's see if there's more. The problem with that is for the time that you have to wait for that most wanted bounty to actually complete, you could have grabbed that 10,000 and then some. And the mindset these players have is, well, Savage, I don't want to go out there and loot because I don't want to risk getting shot. Well, guess what? When you put a giant ping on your head, you're running even a greater risk of getting shot. Except for this guy, this dude right here, he doesn't want to play the game. He just like sitting in towers. All right, just to reiterate what's going on right now is we are literally spectating the second player who landed in the same spot as Jeffrey. And he's gonna fall into the same thing, looting these little bitty shit shacks, just trying to find a couple dollars here and there. And basically he's not gonna get his loadout. There's 70 players left, meaning half the lobby's already dead, so we're probably 40% through the match, and we have zone heading towards us as well. So two things I'm seeing from this guy alone is, one, he's fallen to the same loot bullshit. And again, this is why I make these slow videos. A lot of you guys are like, Savage, you know, we could learn more from your gameplay, and you're absolutely fucking right. But there are a lot of players that need to be told, no, stop doing this shit. And you guys know it's true. You've seen it yourself. You've got friends that play like this, and also both players in this lobby that we spectated are literally clones of each other. All right, we've got gunshots going on at this compound right here. We just grabbed our loadout. Finally, it was the free loadout, so we didn't even need the money that we were trying to gather. 50 players left, so we're literally 70% through the game, and we still have 1 kill. And the only reason we got the kill is because we literally killed a player playing just like us. Vehicle coming behind us, could be an aggressive player coming right for us. I don't think, there we go. He's realized it. Jesus Christ. Oh, there it is. Shooter McGavin getting the easy kill quickly reacting with the heartbeat sensor, feeling like the enemy's going to push up, and great read by him. Of course, when you're in the middle of a gunfight, there is another enemy close that you're hawking down. Of course, he's going to be pushing you. So great read by him, but unfortunately, he left his cover. He left behind the vehicle, put himself out in the open, and relied way too much on his aim and accuracy and flicks more than he did playing cover. Again, guys, cover is extremely important when you guys are in gunfights. Don't reveal your whole body, especially if you're lacking skill. And you might be like, Savage, Joe Woe does it all the time. Yeah, Joe Woe's a GOAT. If you've got good aim and good reaction time and good flicks, you can do whatever the hell you want. You want to jump out in the middle of open, go ahead and do it. You can b-hop your way to victory. But if you're lacking in the aim department, you need to look yourself in the mirror, have a come to heart moment with yourself, and just be like, hey man, my aim sucks. And if it does, play near cover. You can get better, because as you're surviving these gunfights, if you're playing near cover, you will become better in gunfights because you'll be winning more and you'll start learning. You're just getting waxed over and over and over and over again. There's usually something you're doing wrong with your gunplay. I'm making our way to the buy station. I would imagine a UAV. He might buy a self-res. Either way, preference at solos. So, I mean, if you want to buy a selfie, go ahead, but he is able to buy both. We hear gunshots to the left-hand side coming from the south. Now, usually if I hear gunshots relatively close, I'll go ahead and pop the UAV just in case there's a little fucker hiding in one of these buildings, because you really never know, especially in solos. When you're playing duos, trios, or quads, which is one of the reasons why I always implore you guys, if you want to get better and you want to practice to play those modes, is because when people are playing with teammates, there's a better chance that they're going to go out there and feel themselves a little bit more than they would playing solos. When you're playing by yourself, a lot of people get in that scared mindset, and it's understandable. You're playing by yourself. But when you have a friend running with you, or 2 or 3 friends running with you, you get a little bit more confident. You get a little bit more hungry. And the point of me saying all this mainly is the fact that if you're playing solos, you're going to run into a lot of campers because they're just posted up, not moving. I will say that on the other side, there are only 29 players in this massive circle, and this is going to be a very terrain-based ending. No matter which way it dives, there's a lot of hills throughout here. So I'm really anxious to see what these players do to respond to the terrain. All right, here we are walking sideways, extremely slow. Not really sure what the hell's going on right now. And we're breaking away. Very dangerous, especially with sniping in this game. Again, I try my best to always keep my movement speed always, because the moment that I stop, I usually get clapped in the side of the head. We do have a player on ping over in this area. That's exactly why he rotated back. Nothing on heartbeat. I think he's further back. I don't really think he's around this spot. He's probably rotating in, probably going ahead. So he's got ghost on and a non-suppressed weapon. Okay. You guys saw that too, right? Maybe he got killed. He might have gotten killed. Who knows? Don't do it, bloodbath. Oh God. Not really a fan of this at all. It's going to take you a lot of ammunition by yourself to shoot that bitch down. And again, because I think there's a player near us, I wouldn't want to drag any more attention to me. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I think these helicopters are dumb as fuck. Right? We already got a badass gas mask. We already got plates. We already got a satchel. We already got self-res. We already got. What do we need? Well, we're gonna need ammo here very soon because he's not really thinking. And look, it's not a big deal shooting down helicopters. Again, play how you want to play, but when you're looking at rotations, we've got 30 seconds before we have to move out. And there's gonna be a lot of people positioned on this hill. And guess where we're having to go? Next to a buy station, out in the open, past the hill, out in the open. And the more attention we draw to ourselves, people find out where the fuck we're at. It's the weirdest thing, dude. So now, because we drag so much attention to us, players are already trying to suppress us on the edge of the circle, and circle's moving in 13 seconds. So we need to hurry up, get the hell out of here. Trying to make our way to the supply crate. Hopefully he can, because he's hurting on ammo. And again, I don't really think there's a reason for him to do this. He'll get a streak out of it, which is cool, I guess, but I just don't think the risk versus reward is really all there, especially again when you're playing by yourself. Laying prone so your feet are exposed to the guy who's just shooting at you. Not a huge fan of this at all. You're better going off crouching and hiding yourself from the enemy using the crate. But luckily the guy's not all there. All right, so we got advanced UAV in the air. We've got $23,000. Lots of players in this area. A player over here. I'm not against it, honestly. If you got the money, might as well waste it. You might get a lucky down anyway. That's a little too much. Oh yeah. If he buys another one, I'm gonna lose my shit. And again, we got to focus on rotations. Let's get the hell out of here. Now we got to be careful too, because notice how we're just running in the middle of the street instead of trying to bounce from rock to rock to tree to tree and keep near cover. We're just running out in the open. Luckily, no one's looking at us, so we're able to do it safely. And here we are still out in the open. But this is something you need to avoid. See all these trees around us? You need to be making your way to the trees and playing basically tag with the trees or whatever game you want to call it. Make sure you're always trying to hug cover as you're navigating. A lot of you guys get caught out in the open, you get shot in the back, mostly because you're always vulnerable in the open. You guys are standing in a spot or running in a spot and you look around and there's nothing near you, get out of that area if you can. Sometimes you're forced in a position where you have to rotate out in the open, but if there is any cover, make sure you're utilizing it to your advantage. Here we are now in a gatekeeping position. We are not safe, which is unfortunate. Enemy to our right hand side, relatively close, maybe even further right. Throwing up the UAV out of panic. I would not have done that. Again, I would hold on to my UAV for a little bit later. We got a sniper to the left hand side too. It's not looking good for your boy. He saw the ping on UAV and he assumed that was the only player. I'm not sure why. Clearly that player was shooting at someone else. Pop in dead silence to go right back to him. And again, we got the sniper behind us, which makes me a little worried. Luckily, we might be able to catch the enemy looting. There he is. Go ahead and shoot him. What are you doing, brother? Get him. There you go. We believe in you. Let's go, Delta. Let's go. All right, now we're rocking 5 kills running in. Don't forget about the sniper on the hill to the right-hand side as well. I don't think he even realized it. And still, here we are looting. What are we looting for? Go. There we go, Delta. And always know what you need, right? As you're navigating and stuff, a lot of people, they don't have any idea what the hell is this guy doing? They don't have any idea what they need. They just start looting and grabbing shit. We should have finished them off. Armor broken. We could have easily shot him. And we got the down. Now, a lot of you might be like, Savage, what's the big deal? He threw a nade. He wanted a nade kill. Well, the problem is, again, time to kill in this game is so freaking fast that the moment we go to switch to our nade, he could have beamed us. If he would have been accurate, he would have beamed us. And when he would have been vulnerable, we could have lost that fight. So again, you break the armor, just follow through and finish the gunfight. Now, there's a guy up top throwing down. Oh, Twitch kills Facebook Gaming. GG. All right. Robbie throwing down the precision to go ahead and get the execute. Not against that at all, especially in solos. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, spectating Robbie rocking 10 kills with 12 enemies left. And he's holding down the fort. Now, again, look at the circle right now. Trying to see what he's looking at. I don't see anybody. Definitely a player around us, not in the building. He is outside to the 150. I don't like the idea we're coming out here sniping, but hey, it works out. I don't like the fact that we opened the door and we ADS with our sniper because we blinded ourselves from our surroundings, right? So we couldn't see what was going on outside of our scope. Normally, if I'm peeking a door, I'm just going to stay out my scope. I'm going to look, and then once he pops up, then I ADS on him, snap on him, and get the shot off. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see from newer players. I even see from veteran players. You know, goats don't really make that mistake often. Their vehicle come up behind us, but the average player does. Slide cancel needs a little bit of work. He's not slide canceling at all. He's just sliding. Remember, guys, the point of sliding is to slide and then cancel. Slide and then cancel, right? Slide, cancel, sprint. Slide, cancel, sprint. Whatever your device you're on, that's the order that you need to do it in. I don't think homie noticed the vehicle come up behind him. So in my eyes, again, I know that there's a player, assuming he didn't die. I know that there's a player coming around this area. So he's going to be coming through this building. He's probably going to be following our path. So there's a chance that the guy that pulled up in this vehicle, if he didn't die, is going to be making his way to us. Now, as we're going in buildings, we need to switch to our other gun, right? You don't want to be clearing buildings like this with a sniper rifle. Also, we opened the door just to jump out. I'm very confused at his decision-making process on that one. Again, the sliding is driving me up a wall, not because it irritates me, because I'm a bitch, but mostly, again, because he could be a lot better player if he just would focus on the simple, basic things. And notice we're literally leaving one of the hottest compounds left in the zone, and we haven't looked backwards one time. We're just assuming that all the enemies are in front of us. Now here we are, ladies and gentlemen, spectating Twitch, Robbie, sitting in a bush, crouch walking up a hill, and just when I thought we were gonna get a treat, this is what we get. Now this is no, absolutely the hell not. You do not want to run out here in the open like this and then sit here. No. What I would have done in his position is I would have just rotated to the hills, gotten to cover, gotten around this area, and again, played my terrain. You do not want to be in the open. You're going to get clapped. There's a half-ass decent player in this lobby. Sniper's going off to our left-hand side. Vehicle coming up to our right hand. There's a player bunny hopping behind the shack. We're staring at the... Not really sure what the hell's going on. And we're heart beating the vehicle that's clearly in front of us. We hear him. We see him. He's on the mini map. Why are we heart beating it? It's not what you need to be doing. There's 4 enemies left. We know where 3 are at. We know the guys next to the vehicle. We know there's a sniper on the left-hand side. We know that there's an enemy bunny hopping behind the shack, but I don't think he's aware of the guy behind the shack. Relying a little too much on the heartbeat sensor. Here we are just holding it out. Slowly. This isn't even crouch walking. He's just tapping his stick. You know that term, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Don't do that shit with the heartbeat sensor. He's gonna do it again. As if people are just gonna poof with ghost. The ghost is just gonna go away. And look, this is the time where it's in game. We need to be gathering information. We need to be peeking the ridge. Look over it, homie. Peek it. If you see an enemy, then you can snipe him in the face. It's the weirdest shit. Don't make your way to the loadout. In this situation too, a lot of players were like, I want to get my ghost class. No, it's too late for that. If enemies have UAVs, they already know where you're at. And if they don't have UAVs, guess what? They can't buy anymore. Anyway, fuck it. Here we go. Going to our loadout. Granted, we got to get safe, but I think I would have played the lower ground, to be honest, and worked my way up on the compound. I don't like the fact that we're literally just running out here with all of these windows staring down our neck. And again, we got the sniper on the left-hand side too. And here we are in a bush, heart beating once again. My man Robbie's consistent, to say the least. At least ADS the windows and kind of see if you can see some movement. All right, fun fact, the circle's this small. If your heartbeat sensor doesn't pick anybody up, 9 times out of 10, everyone's got ghost, right? All right, right now it's a 1v1. The only gunshot we heard was the guy shooting in this area, this building. Not sure why we're looking to the left-hand side. I didn't hear a suppressor coming up from over there. Again, I knew there was a player over there, but he probably died. And here we are back to the heartbeat with that window looking right down our face. I'll be amazed if we don't get sniped in the head. As focused as he is, he's tracking the guy through the building, is he not? Homie. No way. No way is this dude actually cheating. No shot. No shot. All right, fortunately, the enemy has to come to us. Look at the heartbeat. Oh, holy shit, we have life. Look at it. Savage, you're wrong. Oh, God. Oh, no, you gotta, dude. Okay, look, no. Okay, tip number 1 when sniping, guys, you gotta line up that little dot in the middle with the enemy's head. Like that, right? At first, the enemy jumped up there. He just was in the scope. He popped dead silence, really? Oh. At first he was in the scope and he just shot the moment the enemy was in the scope, not really lined up with the reticle. Big mistake, but somehow he was able to hit that second one and he ended up getting the WGG. And again, guys, the purpose of this series isn't to make fun of players. It's just to highlight the issues that they have so that if you guys have similar issues or do the similar mistakes, y'all can break out of these bad habits. Bad habits, the number 1 mistake of most players is y'all keep doing the same shit over and over and over again, expecting different results. And you're mind blown as to why you're not improving. If you're doing this shit, this is why.